Welcome back to the other worlds. So I sort of had a little break there. Gonna carry on Havadi. He needs to get married or something, I don't know. So there we go. Let's see this shit.
This is my favorite room. It's so spacious.
My favourite room. Byzantine. What? Oh, you got the suit stuff too. I'll try the suit stuff now. Let's get out of the way. We have the space hat though. I'm not sure where to find a spacer's hat. I'll try the glowing hat thing. Cool.
C&T chicken and potatoes. At C&T, we know our C&T.
I love Byzantium.
I can't wait. What can I...
Oh, that's not an outfit. Damn. I need a hat for that. I don't know what the hat is.
I can't wait to see... What can...
Alright, that doesn't work.
Goodness. Look at those atrocious contours. The sheer brutality of its design offends the senses and shocks the mind into a state of palpable excitement. I adore it! One outfit left. Do hurry, my dear. The bird of inspiration is about to take flight. If I were an enterprising spacer...
I'm just gonna buy a hat. Because,
I can't... What can...
nothing I got seems to work.
I can't...
What?
What?
I think it's got to say the word spacer on it. Ah, I got it.
Star, darling. Square your shoulders. Hand on your hip. Eyebrow cocked. Yes. Perfect. My heart is all aflutter. Yes, that's it. I have it. I know exactly what we're doing. Brace yourself, my dear. We're going to call this style Barbarian Chic. The saucy confidence of a spacer. The raw contempt of an iconoclast. The brutish musk of a marauder. And the pièce de résistance. Monster leather.
Monster leather? Is fashion catching up to sensibility at last?
1 part Mantiqueen chitin, 3 parts hide from a raptidon's flank, and let's say, 8 strips of primal leather. No, make that 10. We're revolutionizing the fashion of Byzantium. Our work is anything but simple. I love the way you just smolder with contempt. It makes me want to spoil you. Here, treat yourself to a nice new gun or something. Get this done for me, and I'll have you strutting about in a Jolicoeur original. You will be the envy of Byzantium.
Need to get those flanks. I think it's junk though. I've got primal hides here already, see?
The sooner you find me, what can I?
Not exactly, I've got 10 primal level, mint queen chitin, and virtual flank hide. Remove from junk. Oh, I can't select junk then. Chitin hide. Use that chitin. Nah, whatever. Let's go to Pavati. Into Groundbreaker then. We could just get a monarch and get that stuff.
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
Do this. That quest before would have been easy.
You ever been off Monarch, Nyoka? Before you met the captain, I mean.
Nah, I mostly just drank and hunted. Soon as you stop to dream of other things, that'll be the day something sneaks up and eats you.
Don't fret, I'm watching your back now. Anything tries to eat us, I'll give it a mighty whack on the nose.
Well, I'll be damned. You watch my back, I'll watch yours.
Where are the baddies? Unfortunate. That was bad. Romantic queens are here. Here's some other queens.
This area's suicide. If you got a way around it, ain't no shame in taking it. To shred?
Nice hit!
That's some high point.
Good tussle.
Maybe some Reptidons. On the on this road, find them. that? Oxy aromatic. Oh, now I see primal livers. Those apes. I'm gonna go back to my ship. Near hostiles. Fine. Where are you?
This will be quick.
You're just standing like a ball of acid there, mate.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
Where's he? Yeah, I don't think I managed too much.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Oh, yeah, this place. I remember those 8 things. No, there is. No, not what I want.
Here we go!
Damn, but we're good.
Oh, I want the monkeys. Leave the monkeys home. No, we do have to get that place. It's annoying. No monkeys. Destructodons. Not what I want.
Here we go! Everyone alright?
Alright, let's do fast travel. To the other planet. Yeah, what a ton of shit. Let's start that up.
I believe I hear. We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Good doggy. Alright, let's go find these things. Where's the best spot for them? We've done this. Oh. Which one? Oh, we're a bit high up, aren't we? What are we doing here?
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, mate. I'm not supposed to be here.
I don't have time for this. Come on.
Where's this choice? No! Oh. You should spray an autosave. Oh. There's a locked door. You're not supposed to be inside. Oh, frustrating. No, I'm not doing that one. Yeah, that'll do.
Wish I could do that.
Mate, don't come inside. Come on. Why would you do this to me? She things to do. Actually, it's only good to do anyway. Let's sign the pack. This. Find some agros.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
Alice, he's new too.
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Hey, I earned that fancy title. Started off a lowly junior gravesite builder, then junior interment engineer. Oh, and I was a junior burial assistant for a time. The rate I've been working, I'm bound to earn a promotion. Must be about 50, 60 burials away from associate in humor. Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our gravesites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know? 4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. Yeah? Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards. Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay. Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1... all my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees. You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds. Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
Well, I didn't mean to get a quest. Dang. Remember she came here. I must have ran past that guy. See that crash shop has some dudes.
That's how it's done, Captain. Get ready. Here we go.
Is that it? Why is that damaged? Welder's goggles. Oh, right. Prime lever, come on. Oh, I'm way down now? Really? Dump some stuff then. Cool, I'll do. Why haven't I got my 10 things? Who's this dude? There.
Here we go.
Is that it? Is that my 10? No. I'm so confused. 10 prime levers, but I got like heaps of them. Ah, primal hides. Oh. Where's the primal lever then? How many of them I got? Fuck, I don't know how many I got. Oh, must be a quest. Yeah, I can't see it. Alright, North Gulch, just gonna some dudes. Oh, this is a kind of tedious quest. Farming. Oh, we got a farming quest. Been quite good till now, but not too bad, I guess. Going east. Yeah, east. A bunch over here. Well, that's a bit rough, isn't it? Can I get them all? No. Man, how many do I need? Go to the river some more. Oh, here.
Time for me to move on.
Hmm.
Here we go. That's all right.
Yay. Oh. That's that quest done. Look at these fees, isn't it? And then I got to provide in Groundbreaker. Oh, I can't believe I'm collecting corpse fees. This is about encouraging.
Nothing like a good hit of anthracillin. Feels like warm, liquid sunlight running through your veins. Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
I put a few bits aside for my grave. Not that I'll be seeing the inside of it anytime soon. What with being on the mend.
Oh, I cut my own hair.
Who's
So Conrad's
this guy?
Please don't touch anything. Your
Who's that
hands
for?
are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment. Burial, in the unfortunate event of a fatality. It's what a barber does. We make you presentable. Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch. Thank you, no. I despise the cereals. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers! No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
Just show himself, he's back.
What can I do for you? Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor? Experience was my teacher. Experience and... So, you want to be an embalmer, brochures 1 through 5, courtesy of the Spacer's Choice Department of Career Development. You know about Eugene? How? You were probably poking around my things. I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. More than a few. Those teeth were his personal savings. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees. I'm sure that I have no other choice. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Hey. Next to my atlas. Huh? Oh.
What's on your mind? Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable. Eugene wasn't family. Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism. First of all, that's a horrible thing to say. Secondly, yes, we did. When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice. Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Thanks, Phyllis. Who's lucky last? Ah. At the door, is it? Well, Ludwig maybe is. Verisimilitude. 10 windows. Oh, it's back. Oh, that guy. Oh, I'm gonna run around the... Find him.
Never seen the Vale lit up like this before. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling. Mechanical repellent! A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Here, I've been saving up a couple bits for just such a project.
Thanks, Budwig. Alright, let's go do my fees. That's a bit of a weird, strange quest. Let's say, which people start with. I missed it, start with one of the first quests. I just wonder what other people have missed talking to, because, I was like, really on.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house. Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you? You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to. And I'll buy you a drink sometime. Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another. Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy. I needed his fees because of his name. A, for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see? Yeah?
Alright, that's that done. Need to return to Celeste and Vardy. We'll do Vardy. Might have to stop soon, dude. That's been quite a good session. Some quests done. I'd like to finish all these side quests though. The fact that I just found one though on the original planet, which I thought was 100% complete.
If
That's the
you
question.
stop in the engine room, destination reached. The groundbreaker. Take someone to watch your back, please.
Am I talking to her or not? Let's go to the Chun-Li. Why is it back in the ship? I already talked to her, so maybe I have to talk to her again. What are you feeling?
I hope this fancy soap we got is extra.
Smell that fresh air? Almost better than being outside. What do you need, Captain?
Really? I have to go back to the ship. Oh, that's a ship. So frustrating. Try again. Straight to Parvati. Go get the thing.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Aether wave. Oh, Aether waves.
Oh my gosh, Felix, you got to hear this. Guess who the villain was in this week's Virginia Yang Girl Detective? Mr. Bertie Holcomb, that tall faller!
That's the episode with Ruth Bellamy, right? Been meaning to catch that.
All right, she's on her way. How do I look? You bet I am. You don't want to know how much engine gunk came off me in the shower. Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. All right. Deep breath. Here I go.
Oh. Middle of the day. Where's this Dave?
Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I ain't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
That's the fancy
How that'd
dress.
been.
Are you serious?
He handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the canner.
It's like
Well,
pants.
as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Nah, he was never like that. I always thought it was funny when I get indignant about something. Then he'd watch me do whatever it was, make sure I didn't get hurt, but he'd never interfere. I learned a lot that way.
I wish I could have met him. Anyone who helped shape you must have been a special person. I'm trusting you to keep Parvati safe. She means the start. My father and I were often at loggerheads. He had notions of how the station should be run, and I had others. He was fond of saying, "You think Groundbreaker pays for itself? Someone's got to cover the bills," when I chafed against his deference to the board.
Sounds like he was afraid of him.
He was, and he was right to be. Didn't mean I had to like it.
June, call me pretty. We'll get the kitchen back to you soonish, promise. What about...
Captain, I could see why Parvati seems so happy here.
Parvati. Right. Why am I saying? Leadership. Fine. Get our ship themselves. Oh man. I'll take Parvati. I'll take time. Back on the ship I go.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heat.
Okay, Captain, she's gone. I'm near about vibrating. I'm so excited. So she got here, and the first thing she said was, "Oh, you smell nice, like mock apples." And I was like, "Yeah, new soap." And then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating so hard. Then I led her into the kitchen. I think she about cried when she saw the spread. She stood stock still and just said, "Oh, real soft." Oh, and let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, "Is that dustback casserole?" I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live monarchist? Monarch person. Well, we talked a bunch over dinner about the things we learned just through messages, stuff we repaired, how I taught her to salvage and she taught me to build. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary, said she had a thing she needed to say. But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so bold, Captain. I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted, strong, smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things I liked about her. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and my humor, and how it made her want to be more open. She was worried she wouldn't get the words out right, especially after that message about Isabel. It's sweet. Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain, she said yes! It's all on your account, you know. Imagine if you'd never taken me out of Edgewater. I'd have never met Junlei at all. I don't know nothing about the Vicar's capital P plan, but you've sure changed my life. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy scream into my pillow for like an hour.
At the end of the quest. Oh, I don't have any more. Maybe I could take salmon on a quest with me. The seventh quest, I can't tell. But no achievement. So I don't know if I finished the quest or not. Glute gun maybe. Yep. Oh, let's get dumps and stuff. Inspiration 3. Why has it got 2 blobs in it? That'll do. I told you running game.
Sometimes I can hear Vickers saying prayers to himself. Sometimes I hear him cussing about tossball scores.
Well, it might make Sam my buddy. Weird stuff in his little room.
Max. Maximilian. Vicar. Vicky.
Yes.
Aw, this is no fun anymore.
If I still believed in the grand plan, a revelation like this would have seriously shaken my faith. Knowing you, I can only assume you have already begun formulating a plan to deal with this. So tell me, what are we going to do? Yes, of course. And when you do, you can count on me to back your play. Your instincts haven't failed us so far. Anything you'd like to discuss? I wouldn't say my parents disowned me, strictly speaking. But before they died, they accused me of thoughtlessly abandoning them. I couldn't understand it. I was only trying to make them proud by becoming a better vessel for the plan, to feel the joy they felt. I was so certain my potential was wasted as a laborer, and was willing to risk everything just to prove to them that they were wrong. I was lost, misguided.
Something on your mind?
Good to see you, boss.
Battery levels are... Error! This... All SAM units... Did you know SAM units are... Did you know... God stubborn st... God stubborn... Did you... SAM units...
Strange. I'm sure I get this out of him. I obviously haven't done all the quests for the companions yet. I thought I had, but... What do we got anyway? I got this outfit, and then got hidden that, and so I still can kill that dude. Check doing research on the or not. I got the main quest line as well.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Doesn't matter really, I guess. Not the vicar. Oh, whoops. I'll take Sam the vicar. See what this robot does. Let's get back in the ship. Alright. This quest. I'll talk to the robot, maybe I'll talk to you now.
Issuing sanitation ticket. Error! Refill printer paper. Thank you, Sam. Error. All Sam. Got stubborn.
What are you getting talking? Let's look online, how to quest 7.
What can I do for you, darling? I've been thinking of a name for this new outfit. Chimera. Crafted from the hides of 3 species of monster. While you were gone, I put in an order for one of my bespoke lapels. Solid gold, diamond encrusted. If it doesn't have one of my lapels, it's not a Jolly Car original. Those slackwits at HPS are holding my parcel while they wait for a signature. Bureaucracy is so utterly insufferable. Be a dear and retrieve it for me. Understatement of the year, darling. Believe me, I'm every bit as frustrated as you are. Can you believe the cheek on these people? If I didn't know any better, I'd say they were trying to grift an autograph out of me. My dear, I've only ever enjoyed the service of 2 reliable assistants in my life. The first is my muse, which is currently occupied. The second is you. Wonderful! I'm giving you authorization to retrieve this parcel on my behalf. You truly are my savior, darling.
Written consent.
I've always loved that sculpture.
What's gone into Bachman?
How may I be of assistance? If you would like to sign for a parcel, please go to window B.
Alright.
Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service, where all parcels are guaranteed to be delivered within acceptable margins of certainty. How may I be of assistance? Let me just look that up for you. It appears that a parcel for Ms. Jolicoeur, Celeste is currently out for delivery. It was, and now it's being delivered. Let me see here. A parcel for Jolicoeur, Celeste is being delivered to 316 Rockwell in the Byzantium Estates. Thank you for allowing HPS to be your only option today.
Only option indeed.
Unit was unable
Oh yeah,
to
the
complete
picture's
scheduled
fire.
sanitization service due to the following reason.
I'll
Locked
talk to them again.
door.
That's quite all right, Sam. I prefer to clean my own quarters these days. I find it a perfect time to reflect on the impermanence of existence.
Warning. Refusing the service of a SAM unit will be reflected on your
I'm not
permanent...
just adding pictures, I want to get this movie job.
By consenting to an audition, you have granted Odeon Pictures all rights to use your likeness, voice, distinctive habits, and manner of dress in perpetuity. Thank you for your time.
Is one healthy if they are well adjusted to a sick society?
I'm gonna run around now. This parcel thing's so legit. This is like real life. Post office. Everyone delivers, no one gets stuff.
Halcyon Parcel Service is proud to be. How may I? I must respectfully ask that you calm down, please. Parcels must be picked up at window A.
How may I be of assistance? Of course. If you could just verify for me that you are Jolicoeur, Celeste, or an officially authorized proxy? Yes, I can see by your eccentric mode of dress that you must be one of Ms. Jolicoeur's associates. Everything seems to be in order. Here you are, one parcel. I hope this has been a pleasant and satisfying transaction. Halcyon Parcel Service thanks you for your patronage.
Patronage? Oh man. Should have kept that written consent though. Am I? Oh, no. This one there.
You, sir, are
Spencer's Choice Free Sliced Bread. It tastes fresh because it was.
I love this end.
Hey, careful. Don't go running around in the middle of a crime scene. You mean Ms. Jolicoeur? She was reported for practicing a subversive aesthetic. We found her in her office, working on something perverse. She didn't cooperate, so we had to put her down. Never took her for a dissident sympathizer. No argument there. Feels like the whole colony's going insane. What with dissidents infiltrating the walls of Byzantium, Byzantium cultural standards are enforced by Universal Defense Logistics. Universal Defense Logistics. Your first and last line of defense in the war against sedition.
Okie dokie.
Move along.
I'm aggrieved by that. Sad.
think you're doing?
Really? Fuck's sake.
I don't want any trouble out of you.
Ugh. There's no way they saw me. Maybe they walked in the room when I was. Maybe I got my stick. That.
Remember that stranger I saw on this?
What are those robots saying? I did. Cool. That's a good place to stop. I think we've done all the side quests we can. Sort of hand that in, but first morale. Save it there. Next time. That's what we do.
I've always liked this song.
I can do that dirty message form. Them away.
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out in the city. That will be downstairs still.
That scientist? The one who's been hounding the clerks? Ooh, gives me the shivers.
Good Isaac's eating like a girl lunch. What?
Got a promotion coming. I can feel it. Not so fast. The Ministry of Accuracy and Morale is off limits to everyone without X36 level clearance. Basically, if you don't work here, or for Chairman Rockwell himself, you're not getting in. I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you, and I don't have any new clearances on the list. What? Oh no. You must be from Chairman Rockwell's office. I'm so sorry. No one told me you were coming. Please, go on through. And let's forget this misunderstanding, huh?
Okay, let's get our easy exit. Bins. Oh, Rockwell though, got a bit rich. Caroline.
Sorry, I'm kinda in the middle of something. Oh. Oh. You know, I always have time for sprout mitochondria, as well as charming men who can appreciate the finer points of cell biology. This is certainly a conversation worth continuing elsewhere, but I don't think I've seen you around, and I'm sure I'd remember you. In that case, I can get you into the lab. Consider it a favor you can repay later. Follow me.
Very nice. I guess that. Already got my ones. The left, my ones.
Hold, I need a favor. Think you could let my friend through just this once? After all, you still owe me.
Fine. But I don't want to hear anything about the catch-up packet incident ever again. And he's on his own if he runs into the guards downstairs.
You're the best, Holt.
I'll take a free room. Just passing to start. We'll come back another time. Maybe later tonight. GG.